The most dangerous response is not anger, it is silence. Because when a man stops explaining himself, the world loses its power over him. Most people cannot survive silence. They need noise, reactions, arguments, and attention because without them, they are forced to face the emptiness inside themselves. That is why they provoke you. They insult you, disrespect you, question your strength, and wait for you to explode. They want proof that they can control your emotions. Every angry word you give them is evidence. Every defensive explanation is a confession that their opinion entered your mind and built a home there. But silence gives them nothing. No reaction, no access, no weakness to study. Imagine standing in front of a locked black door in the middle of the night. You knock, scream, threaten, and demand to be heard, but nothing moves on the other side. That silence becomes more terrifying than any answer. This is what happens when a disciplined man refuses to react. People begin fighting themselves. They replay their words, question their actions, and wonder why they failed to disturb your peace. Your silence becomes a mirror. And most people hate mirrors because mirrors reveal what noise tries to hide. The weak man believes he must respond to everything. Every insult becomes a battle. Every disagreement becomes a war. He walks through life with his sword drawn, bleeding energy into conflicts that were never worth fighting. He mistakes reaction for strength. But uncontrolled reaction is not strength. It is slavery. If someone can make you angry whenever they choose, they own a switch inside your mind. They press it, and you perform. They speak, and you dance. A powerful man destroys that switch. He does not become emotionless. He becomes selective. He understands that not every voice deserves an answer, and not every enemy deserves a battlefield. Some people should be defeated with distance. Some should be answered with achievement. And some should be buried beneath absolute silence. Silence is not weakness when you have the power to speak. It is restraint. It is a wolf watching from the darkness while lesser animals waste their energy making noise. The loudest person in the room is often the most afraid. He raises his voice because he cannot raise his value. He demands attention because deep inside, he knows attention is the only power he has. The silent man does not need to announce himself. His discipline speaks through his body. His standards speak through his absence. His results speak when he enters the room. Real power rarely screams. It moves like a shadow, quiet, controlled, and impossible to hold. Look at the strongest characters in anime. They do not explain every move before they make it. They do not beg their enemies to understand them. They stand beneath the cold moon, eyes calm, while chaos burns behind them. Their silence tells you everything. They have already accepted the pain. They have already faced the darkness. And they have already decided what comes next. That is why silence feels heavy. It carries the weight of decisions that do not need approval. A boy argues because he wants to be understood. A man acts because he understands himself. There will be moments when people misunderstand you. Let them. There will be rumors about you. Let them spread. There will be people who create false versions of you in their minds. Let them fight that imaginary man while you continue building the real one. You do not need to attend every trial where insecure people place your name on the witness stand. You do not need to defend your character to people committed to misunderstanding you. Truth does not panic. A mountain does not explain its height to the valley. The ocean does not apologize for its depth. And a man with purpose does not stop walking every time someone behind him starts barking. Keep moving. Your path will answer questions your mouth never could. When someone rejects you, silence is power. Do not beg them to reconsider. Do not send paragraphs explaining what they lost. Do not stand outside a closed door, bleeding dignity onto the ground. Walk away. Let your absence become the message. People often recognize your value only when they can no longer reach you. But by then, you should have grown too far to return. When someone disrespects you, silence is power. Not because you are afraid, because you are observing. You are deciding whether this person deserves correction, distance, or permanent removal from your life. A controlled man does not react from emotion. He responds from judgment. That difference separates kings from prisoners. The prisoner is chained to the moment. The king sees beyond it. He knows that one emotional reaction can destroy years of discipline, reputation, and progress. So he breathes. He watches. He waits. Then he makes the move that serves his future, not his wounded ego. This is where most men fail. They would rather win a 5-minute argument than protect a 5-year vision. They sacrifice peace to prove a point to someone who will never matter. Do not become that man. Your energy is currency. Your attention is currency. Your words are currency. Stop spending them on people who bring no value to your life. Not everyone deserves access to your mind. Not everyone deserves a response. And not everyone deserves the version of you that still cares. Sometimes silence is the final boundary. It says, "You no longer have permission to enter my world." No announcement. No dramatic goodbye. Just a door quietly closing in the dark. That is what terrifies people who benefited from your attention. They expected another argument. They expected another chance. They expected you to remain emotionally available while they continued disrespecting you. Instead, they found silence. A cold, endless silence where your presence used to be. But silence is not only for other people. Sometimes you must become silent so you can hear yourself again. The modern world is a battlefield of noise. Notifications, opinions, entertainment, gossip, endless voices telling you what to think, desire, and become. Most men never discover their true direction because they are always listening to someone else. Turn it off. Sit alone. Let the room become dark and quiet. At first, your mind will attack you. Old failures will rise like ghosts. Regret will whisper from the corners. Fear will show you every possible disaster. Stay there. Do not reach for your phone. Do not run back into the noise. The darkness is not trying to destroy you. It is showing you what still controls you. Silence reveals the wounds hidden beneath distraction. It exposes the excuses you repeated until they sounded like truth. It forces you to look at the man you are and compare him to the man you could become. That confrontation is painful. But pain is the entrance fee for transformation. You cannot sharpen steel without friction. You cannot build discipline without discomfort. And you cannot become powerful while running from your own thoughts. Learn to sit in silence until your mind obeys you. Learn to work without applause. Learn to improve without announcing every step. The world does not need to know your next move. Let them believe you disappeared. Let them assume you gave up. Let them laugh while you build in the shadows. Every day, place another brick. Train your body. Strengthen your mind. Increase your value. Study when others scroll. Work while others complain. Save while others spend. Build while others seek attention. Then one day, step out of the darkness as someone they no longer recognize. No explanation will be necessary. Your transformation will be the answer. This is the true language of silence. Results, not promises, not arguments, not motivational speeches posted at midnight and forgotten by morning. Results created through lonely days, brutal discipline, and invisible sacrifice. The strongest version of you will be built when nobody is watching. In empty gyms, in dark rooms, during early mornings, when comfort begs you to stay in bed, during late nights, when doubt tells you the dream is impossible. Keep working. Let silence protect the process. A seed grows underground before it breaks through the surface. Nobody applauds the roots. Nobody photographs the darkness. But without that hidden struggle, there is no tree. Your silence is the soil. Your discipline is the root. Your future is growing where nobody can see it. Do not dig it up every day to show people your progress. Protect it. Feed it. Wait. There is also a time when silence prevents you from becoming the monster your enemies expect. Anger can feel powerful. Revenge can feel justified. But every moment you spend planning someone else's destruction is a moment stolen from building your own empire. Do not chase revenge. Become unreachable. Become so disciplined, successful, and focused that the version of you they disrespected no longer exists. That is colder than revenge. They wanted your reaction. Give them your absence. They wanted your downfall. Give them a view of your rise from a distance. They wanted to live inside your head. Evict them without a word. Silence does not mean you accept everything. It means you choose the right moment. There are moments when you must speak clearly, defend someone, enforce a boundary, or confront injustice. But when you speak, make it count. Do not use 100 words when 10 will do. Do not repeat yourself to someone pretending not to understand. State the truth once, then let your actions enforce it. A powerful man is not silent because he has nothing to say. He is silent because he refuses to waste language. His words are blades. They stay sheathed until necessary. And when they are drawn, everyone understands that the time for games is over. Master this. When insulted, pause. When rejected, withdraw. When betrayed, remember. When challenged, prepare. When doubted, build. When underestimated, smile and remain silent. The night never argues with the sun. It simply waits. And when its moment comes, darkness covers everything. Your moment will come too, but only if you stop leaking your power through endless explanations, emotional reactions, and meaningless conflict. You have nothing to prove to strangers. You have nothing to prove to people who abandoned you. You have nothing to prove to those who only watch your life because they are afraid to build their own. Your mission is not to be understood by everyone. Your mission is to become undeniable. So disappear from the noise. Close the door. Turn off the distractions. Build your body, your mind, your money, your discipline, and your future in silence. Let the world wonder what happened to you. Then return as the man they can no longer provoke, control, ignore, or replace. Say less. Observe more. React to nothing. Build everything. And when your results finally speak, make sure they are loud enough to shake the world. Now step into the darkness. Master your silence and become the most powerful man in the room.